So if you listened to last week's episode, season 2, episode 5, you heard about, we have a listener that was in an accidental throuple, which we
love an
obsessed
accident.
with.
I love that.
And since posting that episode, they have reached out and given us more details.
Blessed. Okay. So we got a TikTok comment like literally a couple minutes ago.
Right,
Like, iconic timing.
Yes, perfect.
They're like, "Hi, it's me, the accidental throuple date gal. I'll tell you everything because I listened every week. Honestly, the most hilarious situation. Everything about this was an accident," which I love that. I just love that this is like, we didn't mean this. Because it was happening over my head. My little pea brain thought I was just pals with my roommate and her boyfriend. Which is also funny because I went into it thinking like somehow we got intertwined with like she was in a couple with like she was in a relationship or got thrown into another relationship. But I like that it's also the roommate.
That is a huge layer. Yeah.
So long story short, I ended up 3-way holding hands with a couple over a candlelight Stouffer's lasagna. Like, why is that so funny? The Stouffer's lasagna.
It's giving quarantine 100%.
It is. And it also, like, it makes me feel like the HGTV House Hunters throuple episode. Like that. I watched that, obviously.
I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah. And it's like that
That's
energy.
amazing.
Like,
yeah.
like suburban
throuple.
Yeah, like date night, but it's like a Stouffer's lasagna. So this person is a Sag. Checks out.
We knew you were like, I would totally accidentally
Literally,
get
I
in
was like,
this.
I would totally accidentally do this. The roommate was a Libra. Checks out.
Cute, yeah.
And the guy was a Pisces.
That is just the least surprising of all
I
of
know.
those. Oh my gosh.
I
That's
know.
so funny. Though I love that those are all like signs that you love so much as well.
No, literally.
Yeah.
Like I would have gotten myself so intertwined in this shit. Like so funny. But basically the girlie, the listener, and the roommate start to get pretty close.
Mm-hmm.
So she knows like all the tea on the boyfriend. And like we don't love the boyfriend, of course.
Okay.
We never love the boyfriend. But
Okay.
like we're not loving the boyfriend just because we know too much, you know,
Yeah,
as
of course,
friends
of course.
do. But one evening, they kind of have like a sit down. They're going to have dinner and watch Euphoria. Sounds innocent. And the roommate starts to talk about how lucky she is to have both of them, which seems really sweet and innocent still. And then the boyfriend grabs both of their hands and says, "Me too." Some fucking Pisces shit. If I've ever heard it. Okay. And she's like, so I start eating as much as I can because I'm panicking. Because A, I would totally fuck my roommate, but B,
Hell
but this dude fucking sucks. Like, obviously. Like, so I'm going to start reading from here because it does get really funny.
Okay.
So they finish eating and they start watching Euphoria, and her roommate starts giving her a massage, and it says I'm by panicking. Then he comes over to both of us and she's massaging us both. It sounds like it could be sexy, but it was not.
I'm glad we clarified.
Like, thank you for saying that.
I was like, no, this sounds like it should be your dream fantasy.
Right, like it was not hot.
This sounds like porn.
Yeah, no, it's so porn. And then they said it was so weird. I never had an inkling of this happening. So she got herself together, sat across the room, just like gave physical space.
Yeah, like we talked about last week when we were like, how do you like make it known you're not interested?
Right, exactly. Physical space.
Yeah.
And they said you can crash here. And this is at the boyfriend's place.
Oh.
Right.
Why'd we go to the boyfriend's place?
So, yeah, let's not go to men's houses. Just a general rule
that
for
gives
everyone.
them too much confidence.
Literally. But yeah, they broke up before the group could see Lexi's play. So they didn't even get to finish Euphoria together. But she did not stay the night. She got out of it, which is great. And then they ended up breaking up. So we're all safe.
I watched this movie on Netflix semi-recently. It just like came up on my recommended and I like was hooked on the trailer.
Yeah.
It was about this like swingers club and
Mhm.
about like all these just like different couples that were like going to this club
Interesting.
kind of. But one of the plot lines, like it was very like, is it New Year's Eve, where it's like kind of like about all the different stories and then they kind of like
totally
connect
yes,
at the
and
end.
Valentine's Day.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
movies, yeah.
And there was like this one storyline where it was like these two old gross men that were both like married to women, and like they were like couple friends. So they like one of the couple goes to the couple's house, and like the two guys are like conspiring. They're like sweating, like they want to have a foursome like that night, and they like are like freaking out, and they're both so gross. And and like whatever, they're like, so they're trying to like play these like sexy games and like, you know, like get it to happen, and like obviously the women are like clueless as to like the scheme
plan
that was going on. And then it turns out like the women just hook up, like neither of them are like interested in the men at all, which was fantastic. Applause, retweet. Yes. But I'm just like imagining this like couple, like they had to have talked about it. Like I'm imagining like a script, like the roommate was like, okay, so I'll say like that I am really grateful for the two of you, and then he's like, okay, yeah, and then I'll be like, so am I. Like,
no, totally, this is definitely planned.
Yeah.
Do you ever end up on swingers TikTok?
No.
I do a lot. So I'll send them to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm solidly in lesbian land.
Well, I end up there a lot. It's a lot of upside down pineapples. That's how they signal each other.
Oh, wait, yes, famously.
Yeah. But I end up in like swingers holes on TikTok. Not swingers holes. Maybe, we don't know. But yeah, that is like sometimes my For You page just turns into like exclusively swingers content, and it's so funny.
That is
it's
so
wild.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, I hope it works out for you and the roommate.
Yeah, I would like to see that storyline progress.
So we're manifesting that for you. I'm glad that they broke up with that boy.
Yeah, we don't like him. We don't like Pisces men.